and they have a great self-direction in life.
It is an opportunity for us to celebrate our young girls, to acknowledge them, to amplify their voices, to hear them. We want them to know that we appreciate them, we love them, we see them, and we are here to support them.
And once we all come together at this event, it's all of the girls in the region too, to see each other, to have common conversation, to understand, you know what, I do have a voice. I am worthy, I am valued. The beauty of being at the art museum is to see the art that takes place.
I enjoyed the painting, I really enjoyed the painting, the self-portraits. I enjoyed that they gave us free stuff, lip gloss and gifts and stuff when we came, that the energy was good and that they welcomed us.
It's good because you get to talk to new people and share what you have in common. It was pretty fun outside. We learned karate and it was a pretty awesome day.
What an awesome opportunity for our elementary girls to see that middle school and high school girls are able to share and have conversations with them.
I like that I could be an example towards them because, they're still growing up. Well, I'm still growing up too, but, they look up to us and, we're role models for them.
I think it's good to know, for some young ladies, to know that you're not alone and that it's not always about, the bad things and that we can all come together and make something positive all together. We can help each other and not make it envious or a competition, and that we're all here and we're on the same boat.
I think today, with battling so many negative connotations on social media and how people use social media, this gives them an opportunity to post positive things and to say, I belong, I matter, I'm loved, I'm nurtured. And so it's that counter narrative to some of the things that cause anxiety and depression.
You are unique, you are beautiful, you are brave, and we got you. We are here with you, we stand alongside you, and you can accomplish anything that your heart desires.
Hi, I'm Ansley Stevenson, Capital Improvements Project Manager, and we're back at Mifflin High School. Teachers have returned today, and we're here amidst the hustle and bustle of teachers unpacking and setting up their rooms. We wanted to take you on a guided tour one last time to see the finished product, so come along. We're here in the new Student Support Services area of Mifflin High School. Before, these spaces were scattered throughout the building, and now students and counselors have a private space to access all of those student support services. We're sitting here in one of our 3 new extended learning areas at Mifflin High School. They're all furnished slightly differently to allow a different posture for students and staffs. Some of them are more focused around technology, some of them are more focused around lounge and conversation to allow students and teachers to pick the space that suits their needs for the day. We're standing in one of our completely refreshed classrooms here at Mifflin High School. Throughout, you'll see new flooring, new ceilings, new lighting, our new sound system that allows for an even sound distribution throughout the whole classroom, and furniture that was customized for each teacher to suit their needs. Looking at the refreshed auditorium space, you'll see new seating, new theater curtains, new lighting and sound system to support our next big production here at Mifflin High School. Here in the relocated weight room at Mifflin High School, we have combined the weight room and the health classroom. So you'll see state-of-the-art, new weight equipment combined with flexible furnishings to allow us to use this space for after-school events, as well as after-school weight and strength training. Moving into the art and construction technology spaces, which were both refreshed here, you can see in the art room, we've got completely new seating for 72 students, which supports both of our art classes. We've added a lot of built-in cabinets to support all of those art materials needed to do all of the different studio functions for our high school art students. Looking at our construction technology space, you'll see a brand new dust collection around the perimeter. This will allow us to keep a safe, clean environment to teach our students the critical skills to become part of our modern construction technology world. At this project, we left no stone unturned. As you walk through the building, you will see upgrades throughout. Our hallways have been completely painted, upgrading with new ceilings and new lighting. Our cafeteria space has been refreshed, all new furniture, all new flooring, and all new lighting. Our brand new gymnasium space has been equipped with everything we need for the next big game. We have new bleachers, new basketball hoops, and a completely refinished gymnasium floor. When you walked through Mifflin High School last school year, it was a dark, outdated, uninspiring space for our young learners. When you walk through this year, you'll see a bright, refreshed space that allows our students to dream big and achieve more this school year and many school years to come.
The record last year was 3-10 because we only have 5 players, and the record this year is 7-9.
We was gonna make a team at Lynn McKinley if we had a coach or if we didn't, and we're having people come to our games to come watch us play.
Share the ball a little bit more now, and I actually see the team as like a sisterhood.
To go into an actual program that does have those type of losses, you feel like there's no expectation. And I seen from previous games that I had looked at that they actually were talented.
Araciana, she loves to get buckets. Shy, she's strong with the ball. She'll body anybody. Faith, she brings the energy if we feeling down.
Denny is doing real good. I love Denny. I got to play with my sister this year. She's a freshman.
Marion Franklin, Christiana Towns, she had 35 points, 25 rebounds, and 10 steals. She averages 18.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 6 steals per game. Her Mifflin game that we had, Tamaya Harrington, she had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 13 steals.
It makes me feel more confident. Start varsity as a freshman and play the whole game and make a lot of points with my teammates and a lot of assists.
Changing the culture means a lot to me. It makes me feel real good that people aren't just seeing Linden girls as trash. We here Monday through Saturday, so we really putting in the work, and I'm happy people are actually coming out and seeing us. We aren't just a team that's 3-10. We're an actual high school basketball team.
Once I actually did see Darthard and the program that he was actually running and how he was uplifting and actually caring, once they actually started to win games and to see their progress and to understand how much I did really care about them outside of just the game itself, it made them want to show up. It made them care. It made them want to actually work together and have a sisterhood to where they loved each other.
My brothers are Philip, LB, Chris, and Emmanuel. When I watch my brothers play, I look up to them and I play against them a lot. So it makes me a little tougher to play against girls.
The town's name is very strong in the community, and she's living up to her name.
My goal for Lynn McKinley is to win more games and set an example for little kids.
Being a senior is pretty bittersweet that the program is just getting together, and I'm about to leave, but I'm happy it got together. Coach means a lot to me. She is actually my NOAC advisor, so I be in her office a lot.
Miss Crenshaw, she makes sure I make it to individual workouts, things I need help with to be better.
She set up some team bonding for us. We do a lot of stuff on and off the court. I do enjoy playing against East since they are our rivals.
I have fun playing against Kennedy from Centennial, Kayla from Centennial, Layla from International.
For college, I would like to study stenography. College coaches should recruit me because I feel like I'm a good leader, I'm a good listener, and I have good discipline, and I can push myself.
She's always going to put 110% into whatever it is that she does. So a lot of the times whenever coaches are looking for that one player, that spark, Tamaya Harrington would be that person. I cannot wait to see the young woman that she's going to become.
I just want to do photography and still do basketball. College coaches should recruit me because I put all the work in. I'm very humble. I could make buckets, and I like to share the ball and communicate.
College coaches should recruit Christiana Towns because of her work ethic, the ability that she has, which is natural, and on top of that, she's very coachable. It's something different whenever you have someone to step on the court that has an athletic ability, that has a game that is different than a lot of players that do play the game, and you can still teach them something.
My name is William Stinchcomb, and I've been with the Columbus City Schools for 23 years.
My name is Mr. Dorsey Birdsall, and I'm a safety and security specialist.
My name is Anita Roman, and I am a Columbus City Schools bus driver.
My name is Samuel Gonzalez. I'm a food service manager currently at Briggs High School.
I know that if I'm not there every day and on time, you know, that student may not have a ride to school. And that weighs on me heavily. And I take pride in knowing that my students can set their clock on me. I'm always, it takes a lot for me not to come to work. It's important to come to work every day, be on time, because we may be the only way that student gets to school.
Seeing the kids years later and having them come up to me and say how thankful and grateful they were and happy that, I kept them safe in the district, and, that I can't retire or leave the district until their kids graduate.
This was one of the best decisions I've made in my life. I didn't expect to live for this, but I love being part of the Columbus City School as a family. I just think because the building represents our districts, for me to see how clean the building is, I can take pride in my effort, and to put the cleaning and the organizing of the building, it just makes me feel a level of pride.
Peaceful mind can accomplish a lot of things. And when a student is hungry, their mind is oftentimes on what the next meal is going to be. In an indirect way, we affect the students in the kitchen. They can accomplish what they have to in the classroom. And for them to accomplish that, oftentimes that's going to better their situation for themselves, their family, and their community. So in a sense, helping the student in an indirect manner with the food is something that I really enjoy.
Columbus, Ohio has so much to offer our youth. The growth you can obtain from being a part of this district is huge. There is such diversity and learning experience happening throughout our K-12 buildings.
I love to see the excitement in the kids' faces when they know they can start school the very next day. So it's exciting for the families. So I think it's very impactful because it gives them that first start to, learning and growing.
I've been working with kids all my life. Coming here, meeting the students, the relationships that I've built over the years is just phenomenal. I'm seeing students, still see students to this day that thank me. Just, thanks for everything you've done. Thanks for helping provide a safe learning environment. Thank you for the talks, and they're really appreciative.
The district provides training throughout the school year and a lot of information that's constantly updated, and it's always available to us. So that's very helpful in being able to, provide the best service to, our students and parents. The diversity in Columbus and inclusion, it's unlike any other place, really. There's so many different cultures and you come in contact with just on a daily basis, with our students and parents and teachers.
I've really enjoyed the last few years working here at CCS. It's got great benefits, the people have been great, and I wouldn't change it for anything. I've had other job offers, but I've turned them down because I just really like the people and I like working here.
Run to your computer and apply online. This is one of the greatest kept secrets in the school district, really. This is a great job. Just apply online, it's easy. We have, our training is excellent, and we'll do everything we can to help you get through, and you won't regret it, I promise.
Hi, I'm Kerry Charles, and the big story this day, Columbus City Schools is welcoming leaders of all ages back into the classroom for the 2025-2026 school year.
Welcome back to the first day of school in Columbus City Schools.
Leaders are grown here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Tell
like
us
it's
about
all
that.
that random stuff that you like watch as a kid, and then you're actually doing it. Like we did Clark Rockin' New Year's Eve in Times Square, where we did the Macy's Day Parade,
And that
we
was
were
both
all
in the same year, right?
Ninja Turtles, yeah. And so it's like just bizarre stuff like that. I mean, playing.
Yeah, playing MTV World Stage in Malaysia was our
Yeah.
first big international show. That was we had a police escort to the show, and there were thousands of people.
And we're
it
so
was so
self-deprecating. We're like, we don't need cops to
Right. Who are
escort
we?
us. And,
No one cares.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that, and then just it's such a gift too to look out at shows and see faces from 15 years ago still coming, and so that's also a pinch me moment. People care that much about our crappy little band. No, we're not crappy. We're good.
Our incredible band.
Our incredible band.
Well, we are so grateful that you're here today and took the time to do this for us and all of our listeners, and we love what you do. Yes. And congratulations on this latest album and all the success.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome, and we'll do our final giveaway after this final song that they take us out with, and it is Neon Trees. What's this last one?
We'll do Everybody Talks.
All right.
Hey, baby, won't you look my way? I can be your new addiction. Hey, baby, what you gotta say? All you're giving me is fiction. I'm a sorry sucker, and this happens all the time.
and welcome back, CCS. Here's our summer recap from across the district. At Columbus City Schools, learning did not stop this summer. Across 11 CCS neighborhood schools, nearly 1,700 students spent 4 weeks strengthening reading and math skills through the district summer learning program. Students received academic support and participated in engaging learning experiences designed with support from 11 community partners. Our scholars also had access to hands-on activities and enrichment opportunities at each location. Thank you to our summer learning teachers and staff, school leaders, families, students, and community partners for providing another amazing summer of learning, experience, and engagement for our scholars. The atmosphere was full of excitement as Woodcrest Elementary School welcomed students back to the classroom on Thursday, July 23rd to kick off the 2026-2027 school year. As the only year-round school in the district, Woodcrest set the tone for the year ahead with a joyful clap-in celebration. Staff, families, district leaders, and community members lined up to cheer on students and ensure every Woodcrest star felt welcomed and ready for the first day of school. Pre-K and kindergarten students started on Tuesday, July 28th, adding even more excitement to Woodcrest's first week of school. Thank you to the Woodcrest family for helping our students start the year ready to shine. Columbus City Schools teams were hard at work this summer, completing significant improvement projects at our neighborhood schools across the district. This year, that work includes new gymnasiums, auditoriums, and playgrounds, as well as upgraded athletic facilities at Walnut Ridge and a full renovation of Salem Elementary School. We are investing $60 million to fix up neighborhood schools this year, keeping our levy promises to residents and investing in our students' future. Every child in every neighborhood deserves access to 21st century learning environments that are safe, welcoming, and modern places to learn, create, and thrive. Thank you to our facilities and operations staff, school leaders, and community for helping move this important work forward for Columbus City School students. Save the date. On Saturday, August 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Fort Hays campus will be filled with thousands of families for the 5th annual CCS Back to School Family Resource Fair. More than 100 vendors, community partners, and dozens of district departments will be ready to help our students prepare for the new school year with school supplies, backpacks, and so much more. This signature event is sponsored by Nationwide Children's Hospital, Making a Difference, CODA, NBC4, and Columbus State Community College. Visit our district webpage to register today and spend a fun-filled Saturday with us on the beautiful campus of Fort Hays Arts and Academic High School at 546 Jack Gibbs Boulevard. We can't wait to see you on the 15th. These have been your highlights from around the district for August 4th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening and welcome back. The regular business closing, the regular business meeting for the Columbus City Schools Board of Education for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026 is now called to order. Please call the roll.
Ms. Adair.
Present.
Dr. Pierce.
Present.
Dr. Kennedy.
Present.
Mr. Simmons.
Present.
Mr. Katzenmayer.
Present.
Vice President Ingalls.
Present.
President Miranda.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we review and adopt the agenda, I move to amend the agenda to add an executive session after item 4.2 pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 and G3. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Pierce. The motion to amend the agenda and to add the executive session has been seconded. Any discussion or debate? Not, please call the roll.
Dr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Vice President Ingles?
Yes.
Dr. Pierce?
Yes.
Mr. Katzenmayer?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
President Miranda?
Yes.
Motion carried.
During tonight's meeting, we will address several key items, including public comment, special recognitions, other board matters, and an executive session. We will hear updates from our direct reports and discuss the public hearings related to retired employees. Additionally, we will vote on the proposed consent agenda items 9.1 through 24.7, as well as other legislation. Finally, we will hold an executive session at the end of the meeting before adjourning the meeting. Now I motion to adopt the agenda with the amendment.
Motion to adopt the agenda as.
Thank you.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Dr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Vice President Ingles?
Yes.
Dr. Pierce?
Yes.
Mr. Katzenmayer?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
President Dr. Miranda?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. We will now move into public comment. The first one is Cleophas, I hope I pronounced that correct, Cleophas Delaney. Are they present? Okay, if they show up, we'll come back to them. The next one for public comment is Colin Young.
No.
Okay, okay. Next one is Jason Lewis, and I know he's here.
Exactly when does the time start?
As soon as you start speaking, the time starts.
That does not count then. To President Miranda, Dr. Miranda, Vice President Ingles, Secretary Cook, members of the board, and our amazing superintendent, Dr. Chapman, good evening. I'm coming before you today to speak on behalf of the administration, the staff, the students, the parents, and the alumni community of Eastmoor Academy. We have just recently been notified that our stadium, our outdoor facilities, are unsafe for our students and the visitors that we would have. Where we accept this, we are coming to you to ask the board for your support and your guidance and to get behind the thing to work on the renovation and the modernization of those facilities. I am a 28-year teacher at Columbus City Schools, 25 of which I have spent at Eastmoor Academy. I have coached football, bowling, cross country, track and field. I personally have witnessed the neglect of keeping up with the facilities out there. I have watched other schools in our district become modernized and updated, and I say that with complete happiness because I am a Columbus City School guy first and foremost. I care about all our kids. I care about all our facilities. I want equitable facilities for all of those kids. I want to make sure that when people come to events at our places, that that when they're there, they feel comfortable, which leads me to Eastmoor. In the time that I've been there, we still have the lighting posts for the football field. They're still on the football field, which is unsafe. You got kids running, jumping, tackling with wooden poles within 3 feet of where they might land. Those are supposed to be behind the stadium. We know that the stadium is not up to code. What I am asking is that we support the renovation so that not only that we get new stands, but that we create stands that have the proper things so that we could put equipment up in the off season, places for storage. Our locker rooms, We have a home locker room and a visitor locker room. Inside there, if you're an athlete and you have to urinate before or after or during a game, you have the choice of a trough or one toilet. Is that my time? So I'm just asking again, we are a high-performing school. We really seek your support. We are there behind that levy, and we are hoping that you would get behind this and support our student athletes. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Our next speaker is Charity Martin King.
Greetings.
Greetings.
President Dr. Miranda, Vice President Sarah Ingalls, Dr. Angela Chapman, Dr. Pierce, Dr. Kennedy, Miss Jennifer Adair, Mr. Katzenmeyer, Mr. Simmons. I want to first, as I speak, because I'm going to use the balance of my time, but I want to acknowledge the other alumni who are here in this space. One of our graduates from 59, if you could stand, as well as myself, class of 1993 of Eastmoor High School, proud Warriors, and any other Warriors, former principals, athletic directors who are here in the audience and watching online, Warrior Nation now, Warrior Nation forever. I am a proud Columbus City School graduate, educated, and sent my son to a Columbus City School, Eastmoor Academy. I'm also a former basketball coach at Eastmoor, college advisor when I worked at I Know I Can at Eastmoor, paraprofessional, and still claim to be a football mom. I walk that field. I've been on the field and I've been in the facilities, and we bring with us, and as I stand today in the red, the white, and the blue, and my City League pin, my alumni shirt, we are here to ask you to use the money that I, as a taxpayer, voted yes on back in 2023. And I want the people to understand that are watching online that this has absolutely nothing to do with the deficit. Yes, we need to have fair school funding. This has everything to do with what we voted for in 2023. The money is there. Eastmoor is in line. The stadium is condemned. It must come down. Our families are being displaced, but we are trusting this board to use these dollars to give us the upgrades that we need. I also want to use my time to give a shameless shout out to Archie Griffin Field, who is a proud alumni of Eastmoor High School, and that is a historic field where our families convene and where we can gather. I also want to use the balance of my time to explain that since these renovations have happened at Linden, Mifflin, West, Beechcroft, Centennial, Northland, Marion Franklin, and to my friends at 4841 Walnut Ridge, they have had their renovations, and thank you to this board who has a heavy lift in this economy, who has a heavy lift in this polarizing time in our community, and I'm looking for you to lift us up, us lovely Warriors, one more time and give us the improvements that we need so we can get our young people back in the building. Thank you, Coach Jason Lewis, who is here. He is the GOAT, who has been a track coach and proud educator, was also one of my son's teachers, and we work together in athletics. Thank you for your time this evening, and I'm trusting you to do what I voted for consistently for Columbus City Schools. God bless you.
Thank you. Right. All right, Rashawn Ruffin. Yeah, Rashawn, you got to follow that.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Sean Ruffin. Good evening to all of you. I am here. I sent a proposal to everybody on the board for elementary school sports. There's two things that I really want to address with Columbus City Schools elementary school sports. First of all, Columbus City Schools already has elementary school sports. I started running elementary school sports in Columbus City Schools in 2008 at Afrocentric. We called them the Young Nubians. We had a basketball team. We had a very successful football program there. East Haven Elementary School, we have programs there. There's consistently programs within Columbus City Schools. The two things that I would like to do is have the Columbus City Schools elementary school sports just for Columbus City Schools, and I would like to have it to fund Columbus City Schools. Every week that we come out to Bexley High School, there's a huge sign on the wall that says all of today's proceeds go towards the Bexley JV volleyball team. All today's proceeds go towards the Bexley varsity baseball team. And it almost hurt our heart 2 years ago when their principal pulled us aside and told us that our entire spring track program paid for them to charter a bus and get hotel rooms to send their entire band to Akron to a band camp. And our kids paid for it. This is my third attempt for Columbus City Schools to have their own league and for Columbus City Schools to host that league. I don't know what that looks like. I emailed everybody, let's have some conversation about what that looks like. I've spoken to the boosters, the high school boosters. I've spoken to middle school principals. I've spoken to high school athletic directors. Let's get together and have, like Whitehall does, like Bexley does, like Pickerington does, like Hilliard does. They come to us with their dates. Their athletic director comes to us and says, we can host on these days, and then we set our schedule. But let's not continue to have elementary school, Columbus City Schools kids play basketball, cheer, run track, play flag football, and feed Bexley, feed Whitehall, feed Pickerington. We already have these things in place. We're not asking for any kind of funds. We have already secured funding from 7 different companies. We've already secured funding for it to be a free program for Columbus City Schools students. We are asking that we have the permission to meet with the athletic directors, to meet with the booster clubs, and see what that looks like so that the money can go back into what they were saying in the first place, back into why can't we host our track meets at Eastmoor? Why can't we host our track meets at West Stone? Why do we have to go to Bexley? Why do we have to go to Hilliard? And they open their doors and they receive us, and they're Columbus City Schools kids that go out there and they compete every single week for the entire school year. They do it fall, winter, and spring. So you guys have my email. If anybody could reach out, and let's see what that looks like for Columbus City Schools kids to support Columbus City Schools athletic programs. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is
We send him to Dr. Vaughn. Can we send him to Dr. Vaughn?
Yeah. So they're connecting. Okay. Okay. Orville Johns.
Lydia sent you a text message. Transportation.
Right. John Caniglio.
That's the new AD.
President Miranda, honorable board members, welcome back. I'm here to speak to you tonight about the insurance mess that CCS is currently in. As we know, Aon, a billion-dollar corporation, contracted to provide accurate data on our health insurance plan, including financial records, which they did not. When the district realized there was a problem, they hired a firm to do an audit. The audit started in the fall, I believe started in the fall of last year. CEA and its insurance committee representatives were not briefed until March. And all that time, they were not given any information that there might be a problem. Throughout the year, the insurance committee was meeting, monitoring the plan, trying to figure out cost-saving changes, but however, relying on faulty data and the expectation that the recommendations would be carried out. By the time CEA was finally briefed in March, too late to make any meaningful changes to a plan or try to mitigate damage. In March, CEA notified its members, but there was no official communication from the district officials to the teachers. CEA believes that certain steps need to be taken to ensure that this does not happen again. CEA needs to be notified immediately of suspected wrongdoing when such wrongdoing impacts all of its employees. We expect the district to try to recoup the money. It seems that there may be a case because of your investigation, quote, in sum, it appears that because Aon was not transparent, did not perform services with appropriate technical skills or knowledge, neglected their own duties per their contracts with the district, generally treated the district as a taxpayer-funded cash cow, unquote. With that said, once again, Aon, which made a profit of $3.6 billion, breached its contract or contracts with the district. This board must act immediately to recoup these losses rather than balancing the budget on the backs of its employees. Finally, we appreciate the board's action regarding internal accountability. We demand that safeguards are put in put into place with multiple people having oversight over providers and contracts. We look forward to working together with the district to make sure that this does not happen again. You owe this to your employees. You owe it to the taxpayers who have entrusted you to be good stewards of their tax dollars. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Lois Carson, and I represent classified employees. He's yielding his time. So I'm standing with CEA to say we are concerned because every time the district fumbles financially, it's on the back of classified employees. We just went through a negotiation session that has increased my vocabulary and made me add the F word more than I appreciate. And I do not want this insurance on the back of people who work 3 hours at $14, $15 an hour, and that is what always happens in this district. When a mistake is made, it is dumped on the least employed paid members. Thank you. Believe me, I think I told you, Dr. Miranda, all eyes are on you guys this year for my membership.
Yeah, thank you. Ron Bryant.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
President Miranda, Vice President Ingalls, Treasurer Cook, Superintendent Chapman, and members of the board. My name is Ron Bryant, and I'm here today to celebrate a summer program initiative that I came together with the Columbus Urban League called the C&P Sentinel. The C&P Sentinel, the C&P is for the Call-in Post, and Sentinel is for the publication that preceded the Call-in Post way back in the day. What I did with these students, 16 of them, 15 from the Columbus City School system, is to develop them into student journalists. So they're youth journalists forging a path into the future. What I'd like to do is talk to you at some point in time to potentially bring this program and initiative to Columbus City Schools. And I provided a video, but I don't know if they're able to play that or not. But I'd like to give you these publications and then set the stage for the next level of conversation. Thank you very much for your time.
Frederick Garrett. No. Okay. Anybody else show up that was at the beginning that didn't come up? Want to make sure we have everybody have an opportunity. Did I miss somebody?
She's here in the audience. Number 10.
It's not on my thing. Alicia Healy. She is not on here. Oh, there she is. Sorry. It's at the top of my page, Alicia.
Before you start the time, I'm feeling like what I'm coming up here for is nothing. Good evening, President Dr. Miranda, President Ingalls, Vice President Ingalls, Treasurer Cook, Superintendent Dr. Chapman, and members of the board. I am Alicia Healy, and good evening today. I just wanted to, it's kind of like a threefold. So Fairwood Avenue School has closed, and so Fairwood Avenue has a vacant lot that's in between a home that I live in, 721, and we just recently purchased 731. So right in between is 725, which is the vacant lot. Now, I've been there for over 25 years, and that lot, I think I saw kids on that lot one time in 25 years. And so the property was acquired back in 1975. And so I'm not, the story is that they were hoping that the whole row of houses would sell, but it was only one that sold. And so they've had that in possession, or you have had that in possession for since 1975. And so I am interested in purchasing that property because it would be very convenient for our family, our growing family. And over the years, that particular lot has not been maintained as good as it should be too. And I sent around some papers that showed a tree. It's a dead tree, and it has been, you know, when there's a windstorm, there are trees that the branches fall down. There's also some areas on the side that is part of the school as well that needs to be maintained. There's also a tree that needs to be maintained too. That particular tree on one of those pictures, the branch fell off and it hit our house and it damaged part of it as well as a fence. I mean, I didn't complain about it because it's the school and I'm not trying to, you know, do anything that would pretty much hurt the school. And then the other part that's happening, since the school is closed, there used to be dumpsters in the back, and those dumpsters have been removed, and so now it has become a dumping ground. And so that just doesn't look good because, again, it's right behind our house. And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention, to put it on your radar, to consider maybe separating the school itself from the property, because there's no way that they can build on that particular lot there. So, thank you.
Thank you. Make sure that we touch base. We will make sure that we touch base with you. Okay?
If not.
Thank you. Okay, that concludes public participation. As we transition to board matters, the Ohio School Board Association had given us a chance to nominate 2 individuals, one exemplary employee of the district and one friend of the district. Both nominees have played a significant role in improving student outcomes. Let us take this opportunity to recognize and celebrate their contributions. Coach Michael Bell will be the Exemplary School Employee Award. We are putting him forward. He had to leave early, but the members of the Columbus Board of Education are pleased to nominate Coach Michael Bell for their Exemplary School Employee Award due to his profound and lasting impact on Columbus City schools and the lives of countless students. Over his 2-decade career as an educator, mentor, and coach, Coach Bell has exemplified qualities of leadership, discipline, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to the growth and success of young people. In a moment that underscored his heroic nature, Coach Bell demonstrated extraordinary bravery in February 2026 when one of his East High School players was shot after school. Without hesitation, Coach Bell ran toward the scene of danger, providing critical aid and emotional support during an incredibly traumatic experience. His quick actions are credited with helping save the student's life, reflecting the deep commitment he has to ensuring the safety and well-being of his students. For these reasons, the Columbus Board of Education recognizes Coach Michael Bell as a paragon of heroism, mentorship, and unwavering commitment to his students. His actions and character embody the very essence of what it means to serve within the educational community. Coach Bell serves as an inspiring example for both his colleagues and students, making him wholly deserving of the Exemplar School Employee Award. So we will put that one forward. The next one is OSBA Friend of Public Education Award. And so the members of the Columbus Board of Education are pleased to nominate Ms. Katina Fullen for the Ohio School Board Association Central Region Friend of Public Education Award. Katina Fullen has served as the Chief Executive Officer of I Know I Can since 2006. During her tenure, she has established herself as one of Central Ohio's most respected leaders in college and career readiness, transforming I Know I Can into a nationally recognized organization dedicated to helping students realize their educational aspirations. While there are many attributes that define Katina's leadership, the Columbus Board of Education is especially grateful for the extraordinary impact she has made on the lives of Columbus City School students and families by expanding access to higher education, career pathways, and lifelong opportunities. The partnership between Columbus City Schools and I Know I Can has become an essential component of preparing students for life beyond high school. Through embedded college and career advisors, financial aid workshops, scholarship assistant, FAFSA completion events, career exploration programming, and individualized post-secondary planning. Thousands of Columbus City School students have received the guidance and support necessary to pursue college, career technical education, apprenticeships, military service, and other meaningful post-secondary opportunities. The members of the Columbus Board of Education are proud to recognize Katina Follin as an exceptional champion of public education. Her visionary leadership, unwavering partnership with Columbus City Schools, and lifelong commitment to student success exemplify the very spirit of the Ohio School Boards Association Friend of Public Education Award. You can stand up and be recognized. Thank you. And so we will be putting that one forward. Yeah, since you're here, let's have a picture.
Motions?
We need a motion, we just need to sign.
Yeah, I don't think we need.
Yeah, we need 3 signatures. Okay.
Do we need? Motion to approve both.
Second.
Yeah, we can just vote it. Do we need to have a motion?
Yes.
Just vote it, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. And we'll do bells. We'll do it afterwards. I now turn the meeting over to Board Member Ingalls.
Do you want to vote the 4.1? We did not vote that one. We did both of them just now. We did? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we did them together, she said.
Okay. Okay, I motioned that the board move into executive session pursuant to ORC 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of an employee, public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual, unless the public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requests a public hearing, and G3, conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action. That is a motion. Second.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and I know that you just made that motion, but I'm wondering if we could please do 4.4 because we have people here for that. No? Okay. And yes?
Yes.
Won't you join us on today's episode?
Hello and welcome back to Math Map Everywhere. I'm Renee Harris, your math magician, helping you to see the magic in math. Today we're spending some time at Oakland Nursery with summer experience students from East Linden Elementary School. We're going to see what kind of math is involved in planning and preparing for gardens. Come on, let's go inside. So, look what I found. A nice little bag of Beet Detroit Supreme seeds. So when we're thinking about planting gardens, we have to have a plan on where we're getting started. And that plan first involves what kind of seeds are we going to need for planting. Now the cost of this bag of seeds is $2.79. But take a look here. Today, there's a savings of 25% off. So calculating that discount, that is math. And then some other specs that are included in planting and preparing for your garden is they need to be harvested. It takes at least 60 to 65 days for that harvest time. So the depth, in other words, how deep are you going to plant those seeds? That's part of measuring. You need to make sure the depth is at least 1/2 an inch deep into the soil before you begin to plant those seeds. Let's see what else we can find here in terms of math at the nursery. Again, we're here today at Oakland Nursery with some East Linden Summer Experience students. And here I have with me is
Zadaya
and
Sayana.
And they're gonna help me do something called subotising. Now I've got a really pretty plant to show you, and I want you to look at the plant and tell me how many blooms you see. You ready?
Yeah.
This one.
3.
3? How did you know it was 3?
Because I was looking with my eyes.
Yes. You didn't have to count, you just knew, right? Now we are still gonna count so we can confirm that there are 3. Let's count together. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. Great job. Give me a high five. Yes. So if you're thinking about planting your own garden, remember there are a few simple math concepts that are wrapped up in gardening, like measurement, time, the size and shape of your garden, the square footage that garden is going to cover. Perhaps a visit to Oakland Nursery will inspire you to want to create your own garden. As always, thank you for joining us today with Math Everywhere. And as always, math is everywhere.
I can say it's truly magical. They love the taste of fresh produce just from the plant. Some of my students don't even know where some food comes from the grocery stores, so they learn so many things when they garden.
So they really want to be a part of it. Some of them at first, they're really excited about it, but then there are others that say, I really want to know a little bit more about this, so it's more than just looking and glancing at it. It's like, how can I be a part of this? Because I've seen it go from being just a seed, and now it's growing, and I want to be a part of that process.
So they really take care of everything and do it all and know how to do it all, and they have a lot of pride in that, in showing whoever comes into our classroom what they do and how they do it and what they've grown.
I think it's really cool that they're learning how food is actually grown now, because so many places are using all hydroponics, and so it's really opening their mind to see different ways that food can grow.
Learning how to grow is really important, and when you see it in person, it's a lot different than just reading about it or seeing pictures of it. And taking the fresh produce that you grow and then being able to cook it and taste it in your classroom, then potentially going home and requesting it at home, I think is pretty powerful of an impact.
It tastes different because it's more fresh at the moment, and also when you freshly pick it and just go wash it real quick and then eat it, it's crunchy and delicious. But when you buy it from the store, it doesn't taste normal.
This is the best salad I've ever tasted. This salad is so much yummier than my mom's own salad.
Having like a fresh lettuce that you just picked is really, it has its unique taste.
It was my first time ever trying bok choy and kale,
They looked pretty weird at first. When my friends told me to try it, I just took a bite and it was super good.
Oh, it's so cute because they really have a new taste when they try like tomatoes from the grocery store. I mean, they don't taste the same as fresh from the vine, and just their brains are exploding. Like normally they want to ask for ranch and they just pop it without it, so that's amazing.
In the spring of 2024, Fort Hays was unexpectedly without a choir teacher. The principal, Dr. Milton Ruffin, took it upon himself to teach the class. Their final project was to be a recording of a song written by Dr. Ruffin. We now present to you the result of their hard work.
All right, let's do Celebrate. And you ready? Go. So when you get the drop the jaw instead of ya. 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 1, 2, ready, and. Hey, ya.
I was pretty nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I was nervous, but then again, I was very excited. I was like, this is my first time going to record. I hope I don't mess this up for everybody. You know, all these thoughts in my head. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I did it. I have no regrets of doing it. I wish I could do it again. Sadly, this is my last year. But yeah.
There's a brighter day coming, and it's getting closer every
He treated us like he treats his college students.
Yeah, which was cool, but at the same time, it's a little rough to meet those expectations.
It was very challenging for us to get there.
I listened to just the stems of the song every day for about 2 weeks before the recording session, and then when I came in, we did about 2 takes of it. I think it was a combination of like the first and second take, and looked at the digital audio workstation on his computer, and try to make the drums sound as keen to the song as possible.
And so it's tricky, especially for people who are not used to recording, young students, people who it's their first time recording. They get nervous. There's really no audience to give you that energy feedback and that appreciation for what you're doing. It's just an empty room with me.
CCS Cinema Club, welcome. My name is Leia Gersing, and I'm here with, of course, Sarah Durr. And it's just us today, no special guests, because we're getting into this movie. We're talking about Dune Part 2 today.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Going on adventures, flying in space, surfing ancient sandworms, and fighting in an interstellar war. Dune is the science fiction with a message to spread that we will be talking about today. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, Sarah, we're talking about Dune today. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. This movie was so good. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I was I loved it. It was so good.
So when did you see, did you watch Dune 1 with me, Part 1 with me?
No, I was there when you were finishing it.
Okay.
I watched Dune 1 the last day it was on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So I just
were
stuck
kind
it
of
under the
late.
wire. I was kind of late. I hadn't seen it when it originally came out.
Yeah.
But I really liked that one too.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely between the two, I preferred the second one.
Yeah.
Just because the first one kind of felt like there was a lot of exposition, which of course it had to be with, such a big story. But I really liked the second one.
Yeah, I agree. I think the first one was a lot of setup, which can move kind of slowly, but it kind of gets you set up for the next movie, which is important. But it can be a lot. And so a lot of people might have said that the first one was a bit boring. And I honestly like setup movies, which is kind of weird. So I really enjoyed the first one, but I did like the second one better. It's definitely more action-packed. So if you like action-packed movies and you saw the first one, you were like, I don't know. Watch the second one because I think you'll enjoy it. There's a lot to talk about Dune, but let's talk about why is it worth it to see the second one?
Oh my gosh, so many reasons. I feel like the main thing that a lot of people are talking about is the effects. It was really incredible. There's a lot of ways that the things in this movie could have looked like really crazy with like bad effects, but it looked so good. There were a lot of really action-packed moments that like you felt like you were really in the action.
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes bad special effects, they really just take you out of it, but there were a lot of good special effects. The visuals are amazing. And just like the story is it's complex and it has like a really important message for people to hear. So yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool themes. There's a lot of like religious themes, and then also a lot of themes about war, and those kind of like go together. So that was really interesting. We'll probably get more into that more in the spoilers end. So what type of audience do we think would enjoy Dune? Like if you're more of an action person, what do we think?
I think that definitely sci-fi fans would really love it. Also, anyone who likes action movies, people who read the books. I personally didn't read the books, but I think that it's really interesting to see the translation between like book to movie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we love book to movie adaptations on this pod.
We love it.
We love them. Honestly, I think that a science fiction lover, if you love things like Star Wars, even Harry Potter, I think you'll like this.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a really good one. And I also think that this is, while it's a very serious movie, there's a lot of comedic elements in it, which I thought was really cool. So let's talk about some of our favorite characters. Well, who is your fave character? I can't remember her name.
It's
the one that Zendaya plays. I honestly cannot remember her name either, but it was like Desert Spring was like her, one of her names, which foreshadows a moment in the movie that we'll talk about later. But yeah, Desert Spring. We'll call her Desert Spring or Zendaya. That works. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I just loved her. I thought that she was really honest. Like she was able to see, we'll get more into that in like the spoilers section, but I thought that she like expressed what she was feeling, and she didn't sugarcoat things, and she kept it very like real. And yeah, I just really liked that about her character.
All right. Well, Sarah, do you have anything else to say about the Dune movie?
Oh my gosh.
Wrap us up.
Just that it's definitely worth the watch, even if you're not a science fiction person. Personally, I always have a hard time, as you could probably tell, like following more science fiction-y, like complex storylines, but I really loved it. I thought it was such a good story. It was beautiful visually, and yeah, it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, it's a long movie, but it's worth all the time. Get in there, go to the theaters, watch it. I believe it's just in theaters right now, but should come out soon, I'm sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to our CCS Cinema Club podcast, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm Yolanda. I've been a bus driver with Columbus City Schools for 15 years. I love it. It's flexible. I was a single mom with 4 kids, and I needed the flexibility and the hours. So being able to work a split shift was awesome. Making sure that you make contact with each kid every day, it changes them, changes me. Columbus City Schools brought a lot to my life. I believe I'm a family. We're a family. I really enjoy what I do. And it's not just about the kids. You have teachers, you have employees, and they all contribute to what we do best here, and that's educate. Actually taught me how to drive, taught me directions, north side, east side, west side. I didn't know where I was going when I first started. Now I know everywhere, the whole Columbus. Tuition reimbursement, I was able to go to school. Come join us. Apply now at ccsjobs.org.
Today we went to all of the feeder schools, so all of the elementary schools and 2 of the middle schools that feed into West, and we did a clap out with their kindergartners and 5th graders.
The walk was really fun. My favorite part was seeing all the little kids and seeing how happy they were and knowing that they're going to be here one day with us. Showing students that they can graduate one day as long as you stay on track with everything that you need to and you just stay focused on the stuff that you want, then you can really do it.
With such an exciting event today, it's so great to see our kids that we haven't seen since they were in elementary school. I was lucky enough to be their teacher for 2nd and 3rd grade, so it was really special to see this group come through.
Just great opportunity to celebrate, and it's important because it builds the connection. And I think that's something we really need on the West Side, is to build a connection between our elementary, middle school, and high school students.
We always talk to the kids about what happens after elementary school, but an event like today shows them where they can be in the next few years. I think it just shows them how all of their hard work can pay off as well in the future.
My name is Lolita Vaughn, and I am a special ed instructional assistant for Columbus City Schools. I have been employed with the district for 11 plus years now. I chose to work for Columbus City School because I like helping children and families. Coming from a background of being a home child care provider for 12 years, it just fit.
They see themselves when they look at me. Most of our students, are African American, and there's not a lot of males in education. Me being in that role, pre-K teacher, being one of the first teachers that they see, I know I affect change. They see it, they see a positive role model, they see a positive male, positive figure in their life.
This past graduation class was my first class of 6th graders. So they graduated last year, and one of the area high schools has a really cool tradition where they ask their former teachers to come back and give their diploma, and I was the only middle school teacher there for this particular student, and so I got to hand her her diploma, and that was probably the most memorable experience.
The district has actually provided me a lot of tools and resources. I have the latest technology currently in my classroom with the Clever Touch board. I also have the ability to get my master's degree through Columbus City Schools and take additional classes for my coursework for absolutely free and incorporate it into my teacher schedule.
I chose to work in the district because I grew up in the inner city school, and I met a school nurse that was a nurse of color, and I wanted to be in a school district that had more students that were minority so they could see that they could succeed in whatever field they chose to be in.
They have continuous trainings and workshops that we can do at our pace online through Public School Works. They also have a no-cost out-of-pocket college tuition that we can go to school to obtain our degree.
Everybody is cheering for everybody. Everybody is rooting for everybody. Everybody has one goal, and that's to educate our students. Everything focuses around our students, and that's the biggest thing. That's why I'm in Columbus. That's why I wouldn't leave Columbus. There's a lot of room for growth. You're going to continue to learn. You're going to meet so many people. You're going to connect with people. If you desire to be an administrator, you can go that route. If you desire to be in a TOSA position, a teacher on special assignment, you can go that route. You're going to grow.
You get a lot of different diverse pockets in Columbus, and I think it says a lot with the district as well. Whatever community you find yourself teaching in, you are impacting a certain community. I find myself in the east side impacting a certain, and I know friends in the north and the west side that are doing different work with different populations of students that it's really rewarding.
If you love working with students and family from all walks of life, then come join our team. The opportunity to be a part of a great team is here. I cannot say enough about friendships that I have made with so many amazing people. My family has grown and I love it. I can't wait to meet you, and welcome to our team.
I woke in a blaze of lightning. I felt the fear inside me. When I was younger, I could handle the night. I need a reason to undermine my restless mind. If I could only stop the passage of time. Find friends when you go out drifting over the Pleiades. It's just a silhouette of a dream. I lost some things that matter. The year had left me shattered. No matter how hard I try, I can't shake the pain. I tried to give up under the mezzanine. You held my hand in the end, but you wouldn't let me.
to Jackson Town, take you places you ain't never been. Can lock me out, tell me not to come around, but you know I'll just come back again. Oh, Evangeline, ain't nothing that could keep me from your side. Oh, Evangeline, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. Try to say that you found another love. You could try to tell yourself we're through, but all the armies and all the kingdoms of the world can never hold me back from you. Evangeline, there ain't nothing that could keep me from your side. Oh, Evangeline, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. The sun, the moon, and the stars, my dear, all fell down to the ground. I found you. So you're deceived if you believe I'll let you leave, 'cause we ain't through. You know this much is true. When they lay me down in a pine box in the ground, in my lonesome grave you stand. Lie down and hold the grass above the man you love. Haste the day when you hold me once again. Oh, Evangeline, there ain't nothing that could keep me from your side. Oh, Evangeline, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine. You're mine, you're mine. You're mine.
Math is everywhere you look. It's in everything you do. And it can be fun to use. Join us for today's episode of Math Everywhere, with Renee Harris, our host.
Hello, and welcome to Math Everywhere. I'm Renee Harris, your math magician, helping you to see the magic in math. Today, we're at the Downtown High School, visiting the Culinary Arts program. Let's take a look and see how the kids are using math while they're cooking. Let's see what's cooking. Hey Gavin, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. What we got making today?
We're making some banana bread.
We're making some banana bread, and look at what you're doing right there. She's measuring ingredients. That's math. Tell us more about what you're gonna measure here, Gavin.
We're gonna measure everything. We measure out the buttermilk right in here with our liquid measuring cup.
Yes.
And then we're gonna measure our dry ingredients with our dry measuring cups.
And at home, if you're cooking, you may not have all all these wonderful measuring utensils, but guess what? If you have a half a cup, you can use 2 half cups to make 1 cup. Is that right, Gavin?
Sure is.
Do you all ever have to convert anything while you're... Like what? Give us an example.
We have to convert tablespoons to ounces all the time.
Hey, look who I found. It's Chef Harris. He's the instructor here at the Downtown High School in the Culinary Arts program. So today, we're paying attention to all the wonderful ingredients that Gavin is measuring for that banana bread.
Yes.
And we're talking a little bit about conversions.
Yes.
We're talking a little bit about how if there's, like, and we're cooking at home, we may not have all these wonderful measuring tools.
Right.
Maybe we only have a 4th cup.
Absolutely.
And so we talked about what we could do if a recipe called for a half cup, but we only have a 4th cup.
Right.
Do you all ever have to do any kind of conversions like that here in class?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Give us an example of what something you have to do.
So what I'll do is if we have let's say we're using ground beef for the day.
Yes.
If they know that they need a pound, I'll make them convert that into ounces before they can take it. And so
pounds to ounces.
Pounds to ounces.
Yes.
So when they come to the table, I need to know how many ounces is this, and if they can answer it, they get to finish the recipe. If not, they have to figure it out before they can get their ground beef. So I make them convert every day.
Chef Harris, how many ounces are in a pound?
16.
Ah, that's math. So I guess it's that time to put the batter in the pan and pop that in the oven. And again, what's the temperature that oven has got to be set at? 350. That oven has got to be set at 350 degrees. Now, kids, if you're baking at home, make sure you get some parent supervision before you start playing around that oven. So, it looks like I've got my batter. Now, I'm going to let the professionals finish this off. Did I do a pretty good job of getting that in there?
Pretty good.
All right, so we've got that oven set at 350 degrees. And tell me again how long this banana bread has got to cook?
55 minutes.
55 minutes, which is about an hour. That's time. That's math.
Faster than a school bus. More powerful than a chemistry lab science experiment, with the ability to feed over 45,000 students and clean the cafeteria at lightning speed, it's the Columbus City Schools School Lunch Heroes.
I am the superhero of Cedarwood. I do it all. I take care of all these kids' breakfast, lunch, washing these tables. I'm doing my job. I really do.
With the power to make students smile.
I love everything about serving lunch to the children. I'm probably like the second point of contact for them. So, you know, making sure that I bring a smile to their face every day. That's kind of like, I guess, my superpower as a sparkly hero. I just want to make them smile and make sure the lunch is very good and nutritious for them in the morning.
And the ability to work in all parts of the kitchen.
I started out 23 years ago. I've worked every station, so I know what's expected, so I'm able to work with my crew and let them know what they should be doing. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
These lunch heroes are fighting the battle for truth, justice, and food for all.
So just coming here every single day, giving the kids something to smile about, and it's been great. Like, these kids are great. They're lovely.
Thanks to their hard work and dedication, another day has been saved by the Columbus City Schools Lunch Heroes.
So you start off in Nashville, you come to Columbus, you've been playing Afrocentric. So just tell me in general, Coach, how's it been the last 2 years? How's Afrocentric volleyball? How's the team going? In your vision, you know what I mean? Where are we at?
Honestly, we've been rebuilding, but for us to be a new team, because so the year before, we had maybe 4 seniors. And then we also had Coach Taylor as the head coach. When Coach Taylor left, a lot of our players left as well. And a lot of them left to, focus on basketball or whatever. So when I became the head coach, I literally started with 4 players that played before.
Okay.
4 players. And it was some team from the year before, but it wasn't like many of them. So it was a rebuilding moment for us. But then this year we lost a lot of players as well. So now I'm down to 3 players who have played Afrocentric varsity volleyball before.
Okay.
So I had a lot of, like freshmen playing varsity, like kind of like playing around with our lineup a lot, especially during the beginning of the season. But we found a way to overcome our battles this season for sure.
Okay.
Our ending record was 14-5.
Okay.
5, yes. So
no, she's doing the math on us over
that's
here.
But that's not. So it's non-conference as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So 5. Yeah, I think honestly, we're a pretty solid team, especially with the 3 people that we have returning.
Yeah.
Having as much knowledge as they do, like within the sport.
Yeah.
We've grown a lot. We are losing Sam, unfortunately, because she is graduating, but we do already have somebody stepping in to take the place of her.
Okay.
So
Next person up. Yeah. So Sam, what's the advice you have for the next wave of young people coming in? I mean, volleyball is your focused sport. So what's the advice you have?
Just don't be too hard on yourself. Stay focused. That's really it. And you gotta stay out your head with volleyball.
Okay.
That's really it.
What does stay focused look like? What does that mean when you say stay focused?
Stay on top of your work.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about nothing else when you get in the gym. That's it.
So now what's next for you? Because summer of 25 would be here before you know it. You snap your finger and turn around once or twice, it'll be the summer of 25. So what's your next plans? What do you hope to be doing here? So if I was to talk to you a year from now, right? Halloween, next year of 25, you're where?
I want to go to Arizona State for psychology.
Oh, wow. Do you know anybody? Did you all have family in Arizona? Do you know you do? You're saying yes. So you do know somebody in Arizona?
I guess so.
You guess so? Well, why Arizona State, I guess, is the better question. Like what made you choose such a faraway place?
Because I travel a lot, and when I go to Arizona, it's the only place that I feel like I should be there. Either that or New York, but I think I want to go to Arizona
Those
State.
are polar opposites of direction. So when do you plan on making this decision? I mean, that's a pretty big decision to be making. Have you applied to Arizona State?
I tried to apply last year, but they told me wait till this year.
Wait till this year.
Yeah.
So you're going to apply to Arizona State, and then that's where you hope to be going. And then what's in New York then? So that's a completely different plan, it sounds like.
I don't really know.
You don't know, but just pop up and show up in New York one day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me share with you for somebody who spent summers growing up in New York. I have a lot of family in the city. Plan that out, because New York is a monster of a place, right? And so if you just arrive there one day without any real plan in place, New York is a kind of city that'll eat you alive, right? So think that one through a little bit. Talk to your support team, and don't just hop on the train or the plane or something and just show up in New York one day. It's going to take a little bit more than that for you, okay? So Sam, you're going back to Tennessee. Hopefully that's the plan, right?
Yes.
And do you still plan on continuing to try to play volleyball? Is that or do you want to hold on to volleyball?
I think once I graduate, I'll probably be letting volleyball go. I don't see myself going and playing in college. I just feel like once I go, I want to major in biology. So I think I'll just focus on my major. But it really depends, honestly. I mean, I have time. Not a lot, but I think I have enough time.
You have time for what?
I have enough time to figure out whether I decide to play. If I do decide to play, I don't see myself going to Tennessee.
Okay.
I'll probably go somewhere else.
Okay.
So it just depends how everything unfolds.
But you plan on playing your senior year in high school though, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you plan on playing, and you're a multi-sport athlete. Mm-hmm. Is that right? What else do you do?
I run track, and that's it. I run track.
Okay. What's your events in track?
All the sprinting events. I do the 1-2, 4x1, 4x2, and I don't really touch the 4x4 or the 4 anymore. That was kind of freshman year stuff. I don't really
The 400 is, I've said on this show many times, listeners know this, the 400 is a monster of a race. It's if you've never been asked to sprint one time around the track, I just say this for any person, just go out there one day in your life and try to sprint one time around the track and see what your time is. And then you'll have a very different respect for people who are running 40s in the 400. You go, wow, somebody done ran a 40 some odd seconds in the 400.
This is our third year for Say My Name event, and what is powerful is that we have over 300 girls come from 18 different schools, grades 4 through 12, to empower them and to show them that they have a voice and that they could be their authentic selves in any space. It's very important that we have high school students here intermingling with middle school students and elementary students so that they have a goal and they see where they can be and they get excited about graduating.
People to look up to, like student athletes and stuff, and they have a good future for themselves. And that's something I want to have, a good future.
To me, this event is a good way for young girls and older girls like me to come together and see what we all can do as a whole group and team.
What we want to do is break stereotypes for young girls and make sure that, being loud and being joyful isn't seen as a negative, but a positive of expression through art, through painting, through dance, through song, through hair care classes, so that they have great self-confidence, great self-esteem, and they have a great self-direction in life.
It is an opportunity for us to celebrate our young girls, to acknowledge them, to amplify their voices, to hear them. We want them to know that we appreciate them, we love them, we see them, and we are here to support them.
And once we all come together at this event, it's all of the girls in Region 2 to see each other, to have common conversation, to understand, you know what, I do have a voice. I am worthy, I am valued. The beauty of being at the art museum is to see the art that takes place.
I enjoyed the painting, I really enjoyed the painting, the self-portraits. I enjoyed that they gave us free stuff, lip gloss and gifts and stuff when we came, that the energy was good and that they welcomed us.
It's good because you get to talk to new people and share what you have in common. It was pretty fun outside. We learned karate and it was a pretty awesome day.
What an awesome opportunity for our elementary girls to see that middle school and high school girls are able to share and have conversations with them.
I like that I could be an example towards them because, they're still growing up. Well, I'm still growing up too, but, they look up to us and, we're role models for them.
I think it's good to know, for some young ladies, to know that you're not alone and that it's not always about, the bad things and that we can all come together and make something positive all together. We can help each other and not make it envious or a competition, and that we're all here and we're on the same boat.
I think today, with battling so many negative connotations on social media and how people use social media, this gives them an opportunity to post positive things and to say, I belong, I matter, I'm loved, I'm nurtured. And so it's that counter narrative to some of the things that cause anxiety and depression.
You are unique, You are beautiful, you are brave, and we got you. We are here with you. We stand alongside you, and you can accomplish anything that your heart desires.
Hi, I'm Ansley Stevenson, Capital Improvements Project Manager, and we're back at Mifflin High School. Teachers have returned today, and we're here amidst the hustle and bustle of teachers unpacking and setting up their rooms. We wanted to take you on a guided tour one last time to see the finished product, so come along. We're here in the new Student Support Services area of Mifflin High School. Before, these spaces were scattered throughout the building, and now students and counselors have a private space to access all of those student support services. We're sitting here in one of our 3 new extended learning areas at Mifflin High School. They're all furnished slightly differently to allow a different posture for students and staffs. Some of them are more focused around technology, some of them are more focused around lounge and conversation to allow students and teachers to pick the space that suits their needs for the day. We're standing in one of our completely refreshed classrooms here at Mifflin High School. Throughout, you'll see new flooring, new ceilings, new lighting, our new sound system that allows for an even sound distribution throughout the whole classroom, and furniture that was customized for each teacher to suit their needs. Looking at the refreshed auditorium space, you'll see new seating, new theater curtains, new lighting and sound system to support our next big production here at Mifflin High School. Here in the relocated weight room at Mifflin High School, we have combined the weight room and the health classroom. So you'll see state-of-the-art, new weight equipment combined with flexible furnishings to allow us to use this space for after-school events, as well as after-school weight and strength training. Moving into the art and construction technology spaces, which were both refreshed here, you can see in the art room, we've got completely new seating for 72 students, which supports both of our art classes. We've added a lot of built-in cabinets to support all of those art materials needed to do all of the different studio functions for our high school art students. Looking at our construction technology space, you'll see a brand new dust collection around the perimeter. This will allow us to keep a safe, clean environment to teach our students the critical skills to become part of our modern construction technology world. At this project, we left no stone unturned. As you walk through the building, you will see upgrades throughout. Our hallways have been completely painted, upgrading with new ceilings and new lighting. Our cafeteria space has been refreshed, all new furniture, all new flooring, and all new lighting. Our brand new gymnasium space has been equipped with everything we need for the next big game. We have new bleachers, new basketball hoops, and a completely refinished gymnasium floor. When you walked through Mifflin High School last school year, it was a dark, outdated, uninspiring space for our young learners. When you walk through this year, you'll see a bright, refreshed space that allows our students to dream big and achieve more this school year and many school years to come.
The record last year was 3-10 because we only have 5 players, and the record this year is 7-9.
We was gonna make a team at Lynn McKinley if we had a coach or if we didn't, and we're having people come to our games to come watch us play.
Share the ball a little bit more now, and I actually see the team as like a sisterhood.
To go into an actual program that does have those type of losses, you feel like there's no expectation. And I seen from previous games that I had looked at that they actually were talented.
Araciana, she loves to get buckets. Shy, she's strong with the ball. She'll body anybody. Faith, she brings the energy if we feeling down.
Denny is doing real good. I love Denny. I got to play with my sister this year. She's a freshman.
Marion Franklin, Christiana Towns, she had 35 points, 25 rebounds, and 10 steals. She averages 18.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 6 steals per game. Her Mifflin game that we had, Tamaya Harrington, she had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 13 steals.
It makes me feel more confident. Start varsity as a freshman and play the whole game. And
as board president, I am making a statement. The purpose of my statement is to clear up misinformation that has been shared by board member Brandon Simmons. Throughout more than 40 years working in large organizations, 6 years in administration, extensive leadership training, and 8 years serving on the State Board of Education, I've learned that effective governance depends on one thing, above all else. Decisions must be based on complete, accurate, and factual information. Board members will sometimes disagree. That's healthy and expected. What is not helpful is when information presented to the board or the public is incomplete, inaccurate, or misleading. When that happens, it creates confusion, erodes public trust, and undermines the work of the entire board and the district we serve. My purpose today is not to criticize an individual. My purpose is to ensure that the public and this board have an accurate understanding of the facts. I believe our community deserves transparency, completeness, and accuracy, and that's what I intend to provide. With that, I'd like to address several statements that have been made and explain where the record needs clarification. I have done my due diligence in making this statement. I've researched the facts. The information that I am sharing about our health insurance benefits comes from our independent actuary regarding his evaluation of the situation involving our health insurance. And I should note that I've spoken to him twice, including a third time when he presented to our board in February. I want to address a few inaccuracies. I want to start with when the board member asserted that a former employee received a pay increase that was not properly authorized. That is wrong. The Board of Education voted and approved the pay increase for that employee. Now I want to turn to health insurance benefits. As background, Columbus City Schools, like most large employers, is self-insured for health benefits. That means the district sets aside funds made up of district contributions, which come out of the general fund, and employee contributions to pay employee medical claims directly. These funds are in a dedicated account called the Employee Benefits Self-Insurance Fund, which is separate from the district's general fund. In 2025, a district administrator discovered what she thought was a problem with our health insurance benefits based on her strong background in forensics and accounting. When she saw signs of the issue, she went to her supervisor, and her supervisor called an independent actuary, which is best practice. This was done very quickly, and as per the independent actuary, it is unique that this large of an organization would move this fast on a potential problem. Our administrative team acted appropriately and swiftly. Our general counsel terminated the district's relationship with Aon, our outside insurance consultant, in March 2026. After a thorough administrative investigation and following proper procedures, the board also initiated the termination of employment of the executive director of talent management in June 2026. Because of pending litigation, the district will not be commenting further on its relationship with Aon or the employee at this time. There have been many statements made about the district losing $40 million. The independent actuary found that for calendar year 2025, the Employee Benefits Self-Insurance Fund was underfunded by $22.5 million. That means health costs were exceeding the district and employee contributions being made. This shortfall was because the funding level was not set at the appropriate level by Aon for 2025. But the Employee Benefits Self-Insurance Fund worked because the shortfall was paid out of the self-insurance fund reserves. To be clear, in 2025, this $22.5 million went directly to our employees and their families' health care. And even after the reserves covered the $22.5 million in claim costs, the independent actuary believes the district still maintains sufficient reserves in the Employee Benefits Self-Insurance Fund. That is important to note. No money from the general fund will be going into that fund because right now it has sufficient reserves. For 2026, it was projected that there could be an additional $7 to $18 million needed in the reserve to cover claim costs, which is where the $40 million figure comes from. We were adding to 2025 and what we are projecting. But as of June 30th, through first 6 months of 2026, the fund has been underfunded by $1 million. So that is a total of $23.5 million for 2025 and the first part of 2026, not $40 million. We won't have the final numbers until the end of the year, but we do not expect the underfunding to reach $40 million in total. And again, the underfunding will come out of the reserves of the self-insurance fund. The district will not need to make an additional payment out of the general fund to cover this underfunding. This underfunding has been described as a district failure. That is inaccurate. The insufficient funding level for 2025 is accounted for by 4 specific items. 2 items are outside of the district's control and have been seen by many employers across the country. The district saw an increase in what the independent actuary has described as little/big claims and mega claims. Little big claims are claims between $50,000 and $500,000, and mega claims are those claims over $500,000. Together, those claims make up a little more than $11 million of the underfunding. The other 2 issues come as a result of our former consultant, Aon. First, the district added GLP-1s for weight loss as a benefit in April 2024, and our former consultant did not financially plan for how this would increase costs to our health care plan. At the time we were adding GLP-1s for weight loss, many other large organizations' plans were turning this coverage off. We did not. Second, our consultant was overly aggressive and planning on rebates in prescription drugs to deliver savings in 2025. Let's be clear, this is not years of mismanagement. Our team caught the issue and began to work to correct the problem in 2025. Again, to reiterate, our self-insurance fund reserves covered the $22.5 million of healthcare costs from 2025, and the reality is that we are paying for higher healthcare costs everywhere. Because our reserves are sufficient, we don't have to put money in to cover the self-insurance fund. If our former consultant had acted sooner, the district and our employees would have had to increase their contributions in 2025 more and possibly would have had to make plan design changes then too. Thankfully, our internal team sounded the warning bell in 2025, and we can now make adjustments to keep our self-insurance fund solvent. Based on the new information from our independent actuary, the treasurer changed his assumptions in the forecast to consider higher contributions. That would be a $93.4 million increase in health care costs over 5 years. That figure is not a bill, and it may not be the actual cost of health insurance. It is a projection based on actuarial assumptions about future healthcare trends, claims experience, employee and district contributions, and the limits on increase in our bargaining agreements. Increased health insurance costs affect the dollars available for other priorities, including our classrooms. But providing health insurance is part of compensating and retaining the employees who serve our students. We have a responsibility to make sure the self-insurance fund can pay claims and remain solvent. That does not mean we will accept every cost increase without question. Our administrative team is following the independent actuary's recommendations and working with the district's labor partners to actively manage the health plan and look for efficiency so that we can protect resources for classrooms as much as possible. As I conclude, I want to be clear. CCS leadership stated and media correctly reported that increased costs for employee health care was higher than projected over the past 2 years. The overage was paid from the insurance reserve fund and did not affect the classrooms for those years, including the budget for the current school year starting in a few weeks. Increased costs for insurance and employee benefits will be a factor in our future budgets. No one denied this, nor are we unaware of this cost as one of the many factors affecting budgets. The lack of state funding is still a more dire issue facing CCS, but rapidly increasing healthcare costs are a reality nationally. Our current forecast will continue to change during the year. I believe, Ryan, we already have a change in that forecast. That is less than $93.4 million. It is still a lot of money, but it's an indication that forecasts change. We are still getting updates on actual use of healthcare costs, and still working with our labor partners on health insurance benefits and premiums through the Joint Insurance Committee. We will hear an updated financial forecast from our treasurer in the coming weeks to set goals for the administration to propose the next budget for 2028, and health insurance will be one factor in that forecast. Thank you. I will now turn the meeting, we will now look at the proposed monitoring class calendar discussion. Is there a motion to accept the proposed monitoring calendar?
Motion to accept.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Dr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Ms. Adair? Ms. Adair?
Sorry, yes.
Dr. Pierce?
Yes.
Vice President Ingles?
Yes.
Mr. Katzenmayer?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
I think there was an agenda item remaining, the 4.4.
We're on 4.3.
4.3, okay.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, 4.4.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. President Dr. Miranda?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Next. Yes. Okay. I will now turn it over to Board Member Adair to talk about the resolution to safeguard our schools and oppose reductions in federal funding for public education.
Thank you so much. Actually, it is myself and Board Member Katzenmayer who will be doing this together. So tonight, we are presenting a resolution opposing reductions in federal funding for public education. The complete resolution, board members, is available in board docs. It's rather lengthy, so we will not be reading it, but instead giving a brief explanation as to why this matters for Columbus City Schools, our students, and our community. Federal education funding is something discussed as though it is separate from our daily work happening in our schools, and we know it is not. These funds support services our students rely on every day, including Title I programming, special education and related services, preschool services for children with disabilities, support for English learners, career tech education, services for students experiencing homelessness, after-school programming, mental health supports, and professional development for our educators.
From a financial perspective, federal funding is an essential part of the district's ability to provide these services. Columbus City Schools must build its budget based on funding from local, state, and federal sources. When one of those sources becomes unstable or is reduced, the financial responsibility does not disappear. It is shifted to the state, the district, and ultimately our local taxpayers. This concern is especially significant because the district is already operating in an environment of uncertainty regarding state funding. Federal reductions could require districts to make difficult decisions about staffing, programming, class sizes, student services, and the use of limited local funds. Stable and predictable federal funding is necessary for responsible financial planning and for sustaining services over time.
From the academic and student services perspective, these are not simply reductions to budget lines. We know they affect our children. For students with disabilities, federal funding helps districts provide the specialized instruction, therapies, accommodations, supports, and related services required by the Individuals with Disability Education Act. That obligation begins before kindergarten. Eligible children with disabilities ages 3 through 5 are entitled to preschool special education and related services. And federal Section 619 funding helps our district meet those needs. Federal programs outside of IDEA also support students with disabilities. Title I services, mental health programming, education training, technology, extended learning, and services for students experiencing homelessness all contribute to whether a student can meaningfully access and benefit from education.
It is also important to recognize that the federal government has never fully met its original commitment regarding the cost of special education. State and local districts already carry a substantial burden of the cost of federally mandated services. Further reductions or the consolidation of dedicated programs into broader block grants could place even greater pressure on school district budgets while creating uncertainty about whether funds will continue to reach the students for whom they are intended. This resolution therefore calls not only for the preservation of federal education funding, but also for clear accountability, dedicated funding streams, and a stronger federal commitment to special education.
The resolution also asks our federal representatives to protect the civil rights and educational protections connected to this funding. Funding decisions should not weaken IDEA enforcement, reduce accountability, or interfere with the rights of eligible students to receive a free, appropriate public education in the least restrictive environment. We are also calling upon our sister governmental bodies, including Columbus City Council and Franklin County Board of Commissioners and other local governments serving our district families, to consider adopting similar resolutions. Public education is foundational to the strength of our entire community, and protecting it should be a shared priority. This resolution affirms a basic principle. Every child should have access to the resources and services necessary to learn and succeed, regardless of disability, income, language, housing status, neighborhood, or background. With that, I make a motion to approve the resolution as written in board docs.
Second.
Yeah, you second? Okay. Any discussion? Dr. Pierce?
While I do not have issue with what is pointed out in the resolution and the importance of our board taking a stand against the current reductions in federal funding, I do have issue with how the resolution is written. One, we were given this copy or this draft at a very late hour and did not have thorough time to go through and read it, as it is quite lengthy, 4 pages long. But secondly, because it is almost a word-for-word copy of the U.S. Senate Resolution 133. What I would like our board to do is take a step back and revise this resolution so it reflects what is happening in our district, the cost that this reduction might have to our district.
If I may respond, Board Member Pierce did bring these up, and you will see my response in our questions in your packet. This resolution does reflect what is going on in our district. Internal administration reviewed it. It is also consistent with the resolution that we sent to the State House, and it is also consistent with the model from the Parent United group that we are working with to support this. So I would encourage that we keep it as is and pass it as there. Everything is from a public source, and it is consistent with what we believe here in the district.
I have a question. So this was sent to the State House already?
No, I said it's consistent with the past resolution that a couple years ago the board passed to encourage the fair school funding that we sent to the State House.
And I'm not saying that
it's consistent with form and language.
Again, my issue and my comments remain the same, that we should, as a board, take time. If other people want to give feedback and revisions, I think we can definitely condense it and pare it down as well. I mean, I don't see what it's not hurting us to all take a look at it.
Okay, thank you. All right. No further yes.
Yeah, I would just add, I think, Board Member Pierce, understand where you're coming from. I think part of what we're trying to do as well is keep the language consistent with other districts that are also putting this forward. And so I think part of the goal is to come together as a number of districts across the state and kind of be pushing this similar legislation together so we'll be stronger as a group.
Definitely understand that. I serve on a number of our committees where I, just this Saturday, had a conversation with our sister boards and understand the importance of this issue, but they're not pushing this exact resolution as written. So again, this isn't a time-sensitive issue that we have to have done this meeting. I think all of us putting eyes on it, working with our administration to make sure that it, again, is customized for our district, we lose nothing.
Call the question.
Ooh-wee.
Okay.
You need to do that, not Adair.
All right.
The respect around here.
Go, call the roll.
Vice President Ingles?
Yes.
Dr. Pierce?
No.
Mr. Katzenmayer?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons is absent. Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Dr. Kennedy?
Yes.
President Dr. Miranda?
Yes. Thank you for your work on that. All right.
So why you say yes?
Superintendent?
Good evening, President Miranda. I have a few remarks as we begin the back-to-school season in CCS. I certainly want to begin by welcoming back the first wave of CCS staff. Across the district, many employees are returning to our schools, offices, and departments, ready to prepare for another year of serving our students and families. I'm excited to see our schools coming back to life as we prepare to welcome our traditional calendar students on August 20th. There's nothing like the energy that our students bring on the first day of school. Yesterday, we officially welcomed back our principals, assistant principals, and district leaders during our August Academy at Whetstone High School. Together, we reaffirmed our focus on the board's student outcome-focused goals and celebrated our new leaders that will be joining us as principals, assistant principals, and leadership interns. I want to thank Principal Kimberly Rodriguez and the entire Whetstone team for hosting us, and President Miranda for joining us and delivering an inspiring message to the group. Transportation. We know that transportation plays an important role in helping our students arrive at school safely and on time. And as we prepare for the first day, we are encouraging all families to review their transportation information early so there are no surprises when school begins. Beginning August 14th, families can find bus route information in the transportation section of the parent portal, including bus numbers, stops, and pickup and drop-off times. Because routes may continue to be adjusted as we finalize plans, I encourage families to check the parent portal more than once before school begins. Some of our K-8 families will see transportation changes this year, so it's especially important to review eligibility and route information now rather than waiting until the first day. I want to reiterate, there are no changes to high school transportation for the 26-27 school year. Along those lines, thinking about our parent portal and making sure we have the right contact information for all of our families, one of the simplest things that our families can do to help us prepare for a successful school year is to make sure their contact information is up to date and accurate in the parent portal. Accurate contact information helps us communicate with families, coordinate transportation, and respond quickly whenever the need arises. I encourage every family to log into Parent Portal before school begins and make sure your home address, phone numbers, email addresses, and emergency contacts are up to date. While we are preparing for another successful school year, we are also continuing to build the workforce that supports our students every day. Recruiting exceptional employees remains one of our top priorities, and we're excited to continue those efforts in the community this weekend. This Saturday, August 8th, I look forward to joining fellow Columbus City Schools team members as we walk in support of Black Men's Wellness Day. This event will be held from 7 to noon in the King Lincoln District, and our talent acquisition team will be available and on hand to recruit community members to join our team and join the district. I encourage everyone interested to join us at the walk and stop by our table to sign up for employment opportunities. And also next weekend, on Saturday, August 15th, we will be hosting our Back to School Fair at the campus of Fort Hays. We will be offering free vaccines to families, school supplies, and a host of community partners will be on hand to provide community resources and services to our students and our families. So we look forward to seeing you at one of those upcoming community events. We look forward to welcoming back all of our students and families on August 20th. And thank you, and please join us in the school season and make sure you're updating your contact information in the parent portal. It's one of the easiest ways to help us prepare for a successful school year. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman. Mr. O'Connor, do you have a report for us this
I
evening?
do have a report this evening.
Okay.
In regards to the fraud, waste, and abuse hotline, everybody should have an infographic at your seat. I'm just going to review some things about that. One of the duties and responsibilities of the internal auditor is to effectively manage the fraud reporting hotline. As such, we like to annually provide the board with an infographic that displays relevant information by disposition, by department, by nature of the report, and by fiscal year. Fiscal year 26 summary had 54 reports received, which was less than the 71 received in the previous year, and below the 3-year average of 65.66 reports. I'd like to call out the top line for reported sources. 46 of the reporters completed the web form. 8 reporters had the customer service representative complete the form as they described the situation or issue to them. The vendor we use for the fraud, waste, and abuse hotline is Lighthouse Services. We've used them since November of 2019. Our service provider performance evaluation continues to document no reliability or availability issues. The vendor is responsive to application support issues, and they also have representatives available in English, Spanish, and over 140 languages with their interpreter services. Our fraud, waste, and abuse hotline phone number is 833-320-0099. You can also click on the Report Fraud Waste link on the bottom of the district webpage, both of which are listed on this document, and it is attached to board docs also. Matters that help us with ensuring the effectiveness of the fraud, waste, and abuse hotline, it's managed by a third party. It can be anonymous and confidential. The fraud, waste, and abuse hotline presence on the district website. We identify and analyze statistics and present those to the board annually, and we have assistance from other departments as we go through that. So that concludes my report. I'd be glad to take any questions you might have regarding this report.
Okay. Board Member Simmons.
Thank you, President Dr. Miranda. Mr. O'Connor, is this report that we see here, that's all encompassing of anything that your office didn't initiate, but something that folks, either called or emailed in, this is all of it?
Yes.
Thank you. And then I just had a few basic questions about fraud, waste, or abuse. If a vendor who was receiving district services offered an employee some type of employment, is that potentially fraud, waste, or abuse at all?
Sounds like it to me, yes.
Thank you. If an employee received a pay increase which was not in line with the board's approved salary schedule, is that considered potentially fraud, waste, or abuse?
Sounds like it to me.
Thank you. And then my last question, if every year millions of dollars of grant funding goes unspent, is that considered potentially fraud, waste, or abuse?
Sounds like it to me.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. O'Connor? Okay, thank you. Mr. Ryan.
Good evening. Welcome.
You have a report for us this evening?
I do quick comments. Welcome back. And I just wanted to update the board that my office completed another bond refunding or refinancing in July, and that resulted in a savings to our taxpayers on those bonds of $11.2 million. The timing was perfect. The bottom fell out of the bond market the very next day. So we're grateful to have that opportunity to return some savings to our residents. And that concludes my report tonight.
Okay. Great, thank you. Any questions for Mr. Cook for his report? Regarding his report.
Could I hear the report one more time, please?
Yes, my office completed a bond refunding in July that saved our taxpayers on our bonds $11.2 million.
Thank you. Regarding that bond funding, this is my question regarding Treasurer Cook's report. Is that something that we do, what fund is involved in that? Is that general fund or is that permanent improvement?
No, that's our 002 debt service fund.
Okay.
For bond issues.
And then how do we make payments? Is that like a dedicated property?
It's a dedicated property tax stream, correct.
Okay, thank you. And then on those bonds, has the bond market, is it in a better or worse position than it was at the beginning of the year?
I believe at the time, I don't recall the exact rates at the beginning of the year, but it has gotten worse since we executed that agreement.
Does that make it easier or harder for us to build a new building right now because of the condition of the bond market?
The bond market would dictate the rates. At present rates, it would be more expensive than what it was. For example, the day we refinanced. I haven't really watched the market that closely, but the 10-year has escalated with the conflict in the Middle East. The bond market has reacted accordingly to oil prices, et cetera. I did not look at it today.
So what you're saying is just as time, because we haven't got a building under construction now, and we haven't done that all year, that we're in a less advantageous position for construction?
I would say that the possibility exists. I don't know the timing of said construction. Kind kind of jokingly, if I knew what the bond markets were going to do, I wouldn't be answering this question, if that makes sense.
Right, thank you. And then just one more question, please. How is the inflationary pressures that we've seen on the construction sector, in addition to the bond market, because we don't have a building under construction right now, is that going to make it, those inflationary pressures, is that going to make it easier or harder for us to build a building?
Yeah, it's going to make it more expensive. The cost of goods are going up every day, from new home construction to corporate facilities or
So,
educational institutions.
Without new revenue, if it's more expensive, that really means we're going to have to buy less or find additional revenue to dedicate to a building?
With inflation, the time value of money, objects cost more over time. It's kind of like I've used that example of eggs in the past.
So in other words, what you're saying is that when this board takes no action, that costs money?
Over time, that would be correct.
Thank you. And it's now more expensive for us to get anything built because we've taken no action this year and we've gone through this turbulent bond market?
Based on monetary policy, when we came off the gold standard, we're in an inflationary environment. Over time, everything just costs more.
Yeah. In other words, now's the cheapest time to build a new school.
Money's never cheaper than today.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions for Mr. Cook? Okay, thank you. All right, notice of public hearing on the reemployment of a retired employee. Notice pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 3309.345, the Columbus Board of Education gives notice that Teresa Bombry, teacher who retired from the Columbus City Schools effective May 29, 2026, is seeking employment with the Columbus City Schools as a teacher effective August 19, 2026. The board will hold a public hearing on August 4th at 6 p.m. where we're doing the reissue of her reemployment. So,
President Dr. Miranda, is this the public hearing right now, this agenda item 10.1? Or is that, I'm confused. It says we'll hold a public hearing on August 4th, 6 p.m. And so is this the public hearing? If so, I believe we have the option, members of the public have the option to speak at public hearings on reemployment of retired employees, and I would like to speak on this agenda item, the reemployment. And so I'm just getting clarity on, it looks like is this the hearing we're holding right now?
Yes, it's a process that you have to sign up to be able to speak on that employer.
Oh, okay. Well, this is an agenda item, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to speak on this agenda item. Am I recognized?
Aaron? Okay.
Thank you. My questions are for the superintendent. Dr. Chapman, can you tell us if this person meets the minimum job description qualifications that were outlined in the job description and they meet them? Can you tell us they meet the minimum job description qualifications?
So the employees that we are recommending, they were once employees.
I'm just asking about 10.1 for this individual. I get we've had a lot of people who were employed here, but that doesn't necessarily, as we know from our internal processes, that doesn't necessarily mean they met the competencies required to do the job after employment. And so my question is and this is going to be my question, it's not for any particular individual. I don't want anyone to feel as if it is. I'm going to ask these questions for this entire section. But my question for this hearing, this public hearing that we're convened in right now, is does this employee meet the basic job description and the qualifications that were established? Do they have the skills to do the job?
Yes, all of the employees would have to go through the full hiring process before even being reconsidered.
So how could it happen that an employee would be hired and then they don't have that? Because what you're saying, if I'm understanding what you're saying right now, is that in order to be hired, a prerequisite is somebody on our district staff is making sure people have the competencies to do the work. Is that correct?
Right.
And so my question is, we know that not to always be the case. And so how do we know that this, and again, this is not anything to do with this particular individual employee. My questions are process oriented.
So
and so hang on, I'm not, just one moment, please, Dr. Ham. I wasn't done. I know it's okay, I understand you just want to answer, but I just wasn't done. Okay. And so my question was.
So that really is not the question. This is talking about public employees. I have also spoken to the administration.
Isn't this
They have a process by which somebody that retires that wishes to come back, and if they have the position, they're not able to fill it because we cannot find anybody. Am I correct, Dr. Chapman?
Yes, these are employees that have the credentials as licensed by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce, And once they have those credentials, they have proven that they have the license that includes education, it includes certification, it includes passing standardized exams, then they meet the qualifications to be employed with any school district in the state of Ohio. And then in addition to that, there are background checks and screenings that they also have to complete in order to be an employee in the state of Ohio.
Point of order, Dr. Miranda, I was a little bit confused. I heard some dialogue down there at the other side of the table about there is a process, and we actually don't have a process to sign up for public hearings, because I've actually inquired in the past about speaking at public hearings of reemployment of retired employees. And so, I mean, we don't have any process aligned, and if I was a member of the public and I showed up wanting to speak about this, and the response from the board was, well, we have a process, but that process doesn't exist. But I think, hang on just one moment, please.
No,
I think
Mr.
that would
Simmons, I
make
don't
it
know what
very
you're asking.
difficult. I mean, well,
Because these
is this
people
the
have been
public-
vetted, they have done their due
But
diligence.
this is the public
And for
hearing
us
to
to start
talk
to
about
question
this.
their credentials
I mean,
is inappropriate.
I don't think it's
So at
inappropriate
that
for
point,
us
we are
to
going to
conduct
move
the
on
public
because
hearing.
it's a moot point.
This is the public hearing for us to determine if this person should be reemployed, and you're saying you don't want to discuss their qualifications during the public hearing for that?
That's right, because they have been already vetted. They have been working for the district for many years, and we have already done our due diligence.
Well, we've heard that before. We've heard that before about Aon, that they worked for the district for 18 years.
We're going to move on.
We heard that about other
Brandon,
employees.
we can stop right
that
now.
They worked for the district
Pursuant
for
to
several
Ohio
years,
Revised
so
Code, Section
I just don't buy that.
3309.345, the Columbus Board of Education gives notice that Kitty Carter, teacher who retired from the Columbus City Schools effective May 29, 2026, is seeking employment with the Columbus City Schools as a teacher effective August 29, 2026. Pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 3309.345, the Columbus Board of Education gives notice that Michael Flushy, teacher who retired from the Columbus City Schools effective May 29, 2026, is seeking employment
Point
with
of
the Columbus
order.
City Schools as a
Point of
teacher
order. Dr.
effective
Miranda.
August 19, 2026. Pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 3309.345, the Columbus Board of Education gives notice that Carlos Scott, teacher who retired from the Columbus City Schools as effective May 29, 2026, is seeking employment with the Columbus City Schools as a teacher effective August 19,
Dr. Miranda, in the
2026.
past, the board president has asked if anyone's here to speak on this hearing, and I'm a little concerned and confused why you're not doing that now. I don't know if there's been a process change or a change in law, but in the past, when we've had these hearings, the board president has said, is there anyone here to speak on this public hearing? And so I'm asking to speak on the public hearing, and what you're doing is a term called gaveling through, where you're attempting to just mow through the board's business, and that's inappropriate for you as the chair to do. But ultimately, I would like to speak on these public hearings. It's a matter of public business, and so I think it's appropriate to discuss here at this meeting today.
Brandon, do you know their qualifications?
And that's what I'm asking about. I want to make
So
sure
why
that
would
the
you
process
speak
has
on
been
something
done.
that you don't know anything about?
Asking a question to get information is inappropriate around here. I'm just asking if our staff has done the due diligence to make sure that these folks are competent and are able to execute the job descriptions that we've assigned.
Question. I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you
Dr.
so much,
Pierce.
President Miranda. Colleagues, it is my understanding, based upon the questions that I sent for board review, as well as my board briefing that was before this meeting, that many of these individuals are needed for our special education.
Yes.
Correct, Dr. Chapman?
That is correct.
So colleagues, in keeping with the alignment of the resolution that you all just passed in support of how fundamental and important special education is, it is important that we support our administration in ensuring that we have the competent as well as the appropriate number of employees to do that work.
Thank you, Dr. Pearson. That's what I also found in my board review of these individuals, because I asked a specific question, and like you, I found out they're in the need of special ed and they have the appropriate credentials, and it's because we have a shortage in special ed. And so we need it, and we are grateful that these people are willing to come back after retirement to help our children be able to be successful.
So
Okay, so
out
this
of
is a
respect,
public hearing.
out of respect for the individuals that are listed in each one of these hearings, understanding that this public hearing is becoming politicized.
Yeah, you can say.
inappropriate. I want to be mindful of the names that are listed here. These are real people. These are real lives that will impact our classrooms. Can we please move to the next agenda items?
So
we
this
have
is the
one more.
public hearing, and I'm asking if we're going to allow members of the public to speak at this public hearing. In the past, the board president has always called and said, is there anyone here to speak at this
I
public
will be
hearing?
happy to say that. Is there anyone out there that would like to speak on any of these individuals?
Yes, I would like to speak. I'm a member of the public. This is a public hearing. I'm also a member of this board.
Madam President,
I would like, you asked and I've answered. I would like to speak
at
on this public
point,
hearing.
the business of our board is being compromised by the behavior of a board member. I have been very respectful to all of my colleagues at this table in trying to advance our business this evening. We are being stalled right now. My request is that we censor Board Member Simmons for the duration of this board meeting, that he not be allowed to speak out of turn, out of order, nor on matters that could potentially compromise individuals in their private lives.
Yes, thank you. Dr. Pierce, so in the past, we've actually have had a censure where the board leadership attempted to limit my ability to speak. And my understanding is that after some consultation with our outside legal counsel, they essentially came to the conclusion that it was really difficult to do in the board meetings. And in addition to that,
Brandon,
I
but
also,
here's
one
the thing.
moment.
No,
My
no.
motion has been-
You
One
are not
moment,
speaking
please.
on any.
One moment. And in
Need a
addition,
motion.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Miranda, respectfully, I motion that this board call for a 10-minute recess to allow our board members to collect their thoughts and appropriately seek legal counsel and return in 10 minutes.
Second.
No.
There's already a motion on the- there's already a motion
My
on the floor.
motion is already on the floor to censor him.
Yes.
I am not going to stay here longer and later into the evening because we have a colleague who is being disrespectful. It is unfair to us individually, to our families, and to our community to behave in this manner. My motion is on the floor.
Recess will supersede, though.
yes, there's an order of precedence with our Robert's Rules of Order. That motion has been seconded, and Dr. Roush, is a motion to recess discussable, or? Okay.
It is amendable, because we got.
Do we
10
amend it
minutes.
to 15?
Was there a second on that?
No, I would like it only to be 5 minutes.
So you'd like to make an amendment then?
Yes, I would like to make an amendment that the recess is for 5 minutes.
Second.
Dr. Kennedy?
So he can do another press conference.
Vice President Ingles?
Yes.
Dr. Pierce?
No.
Mr. Katzmayer?
Yes.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
President Dr. Miranda?
Yes.
Motion carried on the amendment.
For the main motion, please, colleagues? That was just the amendment.
That was the amendment, yes. Main motion, sorry.
There needs to be no break.
We have a motion?
It's been
So
seconded.
now we're on.
Oh, who was the second? I apologize.
I was.
Thank you.
Now the
Dr. Kennedy?
No.
Vice President Ingles?
Yes.
Dr. Pierce?
No.
Mr. Katzmayer?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
President Dr. Miranda?
No.
Motion carried. Recess. That's for 5 minutes.
It's in everything you do, and it can be fun to use. Won't you join us on today's episode?
Hello and welcome back to Math Map Everywhere. I'm Renee Harris, your math magician, helping you to see the magic in math. Today we're spending some time at Oakland Nursery with summer experience students from East Linden Elementary School. We're going to see what kind of math is involved in planning and preparing for gardens. Come on, let's go inside. So, look what I found. A nice little bag of Beet Detroit Supreme seeds. So when we're thinking about planting gardens, we have to have a plan on where we're getting started. And that plan first involves what kind of seeds are we gonna need for planting. Now the cost of this bag of seeds is $2.79. But take a look here. Today, there's a savings of 25% off. So calculating that discount, that is math. And then some other specs that are included in planting and preparing for your garden is they need to be harvested. It takes at least 60 to 65 days for that harvest time. So the depth, in other words, how deep are you going to plant those seeds? That's part of measuring. You need to make sure the depth is at least 1/2 an inch deep into the soil before you begin to plant those seeds. Let's see what else we can find here in terms of math at the nursery. Again, we're here today at Oakland Nursery with some East Linden Summer Experience students. And here I have with me is
Zadaya
and
Sayana.
And they're gonna help me do something called subotising. Now I've got a really pretty plant to show you, and I want you to look at the plant and tell me how many blooms you see. You ready?
Yeah.
This one.
3.
3? How did you know it was 3?
Because I was looking with my eyes.
Yes. You didn't have to count, you just knew, right? Now we are still gonna count so we can confirm that there are 3. Let's count together. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. Great job. Give me a high five. Yes. So if you're thinking about planting your own garden, remember there are a few simple math concepts that are wrapped up in gardening, like measurement, time, the size and shape of your garden, the square footage that garden is going to cover. Perhaps a visit to Oakland Nursery will inspire you to want to create your own garden. As always, thank you for joining us today with Math Everywhere. And as always, math is everywhere.
I can say it's truly magical. They love the taste of fresh produce just from the plant. Some of my students don't even know where some food comes from the grocery stores, so they learn so many things when they garden.
So they really want to be a part of it. Some of them at first, they're really excited about it, but then there are others that say, I really want to know a little bit more about this, so it's more than just looking and glancing at it. It's like, how can I be a part of this? Because I've seen it go from being just a seed, and now it's growing, and I want to be a part of that process.
So they really take care of everything and do it all and know how to do it all, and they have a lot of pride in that, in showing whoever comes into our classroom what they do and how they do it and what they've grown.
I think it's really cool that they're learning how food is actually grown now, because so many places are using all hydroponics, and so it's really opening their mind to see different ways that food can grow.
Learning how to grow is really important, and when you see it in person, it's a lot different than just reading about it or seeing pictures of it. And taking the fresh produce that you grow and then being able to cook it and taste it in your classroom, then potentially going home and requesting it at home, I think is pretty powerful of an impact.
It tastes different because it's more fresh at the moment, and also when you freshly pick it and just go wash it real quick and then eat it, it's crunchy and delicious. But when you buy it from the store, it doesn't taste normal.
This is the best salad I ever tasted. This salad is so much yummier than my mom's own salad.
Having like a fresh lettuce that you just picked is really, it has its unique taste.
It was my first time ever trying bok choy and kale. They looked pretty weird at first. When my friends told me to try it, I just took a bite and it was super good.
Oh, it's so cute because they really have a new taste when they try like tomatoes from the grocery store. I mean, they don't taste the same as fresh from the vine, and just their brains are exploding. Like normally they want to ask for ranch and they just pop it without it. So that's amazing. .345, the Columbus Board of Education gives notice that Clayton Ryder, who retired from the Columbus City Schools effective May 30th, 2025, is seeking employment with the Columbus City Schools as a teacher effective August 19th, 2026. Items 8.6 to 8.9 are all board amendments that change the effective date from August 17th, 2026 to August 19th, 2026.
10.6.
10.6.
10.6.
10.6, yes.
10.9.
10.6
Okay.
to 10.9. Thank you. All right. We're moving to voting on the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Are there any items a member would like to have removed and voted on individually from the consent agenda? If not, yes.
Just want to discuss one of the items, 11.1. As we've heard earlier, we try to be mindful of our sister boards and how they feel and how they're moving forward with various pieces of legislation and supporting us. So definitely when it comes to the approval of our continued participation in the Ohio Coalition, I think I lost it. Yes, the Ohio Coalition for Equity and Adequacy of School Funding. So item 13.1, I apologize. A number of our sister colleagues have indicated they have reached out to the organization with some concerns. They have requested answers to questions that have gone unanswered, and they have also requested documentations of budgets and how things are being spent. What's our next plan of action? So while we continue to lead this legislation and support it, I would hope that us as individual board members as well as a board would encourage this coalition to meet with our sister boards, our colleagues in other districts, to ensure that they are getting value for contributing and supporting us on this legislation.
Okay, thank you. All right. Board Member Simmons.
Thank you. I did have a question regarding item 24.4. A few months ago, when the board approved our administrator compensation package, I had some questions about the salary chart. There was a certain row on that chart that the increases were substantial from year 1 to year 2. And my question at the time was, well, what's the rationale for continuing to give these folks at the top of our organization this increase? And Dr. Chapman, you had said that we would be able to do some type of salary study in the future. And is that ongoing with salary.com, or is this a contract supposed to support that work at all?
No, we have not, as relates to this legislation, this is not a salary study.
Okay. Is that what we talked about a couple months ago? I don't know if you remember the dialogue, but you did tell me that we'd be able to look into the justification for continuing to give these people a substantial raise from year 1 to year 2 in their role. Has that work begun at all?
No, you asked a question about an individual salary step.
No, I'm sorry, that's something different. What I'm talking about is the column. The chiefs, they were going from like...
You asked a question about an individual salary step, and I said that to look at this, we would look at it holistically, and we would do a full salary study to examine all of the steps for all of the categories, and we would do that, and then we would provide recommendations to the board. We have not initiated a full salary study at this time.
Are we on like maybe a cycle where we do these every so often, or could you share how the work comes up so we can make sure?
I cannot speak to that at this time.
Okay, thank you. Do you happen to know when our last salary assessment or study was
I do not
done?
have that information available at this time. That is not pertinent to this agenda item.
I thought from our briefing what they would be doing was helping us set compensation, and so I'm just confused what exactly that means. But that's what we were told on our briefing call, was that they would be helping us determine the appropriate level to compensate people. And so if
You were asking me about the past, and you were asking me about if what we have done in the past, and I was speaking to the past, and I was saying that that work has not commenced. I don't have a report or an update on that at this moment.
Could you give some more insight maybe to what, I know you weren't on that call, so it's hard to, but your team said that they help us determine the compensation. And so could you give maybe more insight into what the team exactly meant by that? If it's not, I don't know what they meant, and so I'm just asking that question.
We could certainly have a member of the team provide more clarity about 24.4, if that's your question.
Thank you, sure. And then my other comments involve 19.3 and 19.4, and I just have two comments. First, at the beginning of the year, our board leadership said that, we wanted to have a full, complete plan for facilities in the district, and that we couldn't just make ad hoc, one-off investments in places. And, I was a little resistant to that. I really felt we need to get moving. And as we've heard from our treasurer, because we haven't, it's going to cost us a lot more money. But, that was what board leadership said at the beginning of the year, was we wanted to have a plan and we needed to do these educational specifications. And we don't have our ed specs back. And so we don't know what our new high schools and our new athletic facilities need to look like. And the ed specs was supposed to be a community, collaborative, driven process. And I want to make so clear, I really want the folks at Eastmoor to have the best athletic facilities ever. All of our schools should have Afrocentric quality athletic facilities. I'm a big believer in that. But I also want to make sure that we're not just, we're building towards something greater. And that was what board leadership said. And so I'm really confused where the status, and this question, and maybe it's for board leadership, maybe it's for the superintendent, but I'm really confused as to the status of the educational specifications. And I'm also really concerned that where it's really important we do invest in our student athletics, but what type of values message is that going to send about our district if in 2 to 5 years folks are walking around in a community where the athletic fields are brand new, but the school is decades old? And so, and my other concern with this project is I understand there needs to be some power line work done. It's not really clear. Our staff on the call, they couldn't quite say who's going to pay for that work and how much it's going to cost. And so I think I'm really concerned, and I don't think it would be competent, I don't think it would be responsible to approve work knowing there's going to, they said they're not sure if we can redesign the stadium or if we can work around it or not, but I'm really concerned about the future risk here and that this is going to potentially cost us more money. It's hard for me to approve a project that it's not clear how much it's going to cost. And I think we've seen that happen here at the district before. And so I'm just really confused where this larger, broader plan is. And, we talk a lot about how we have $60 million. No, we don't. We had $60 million back in 2023 when the voters said yes. What we really have is a declining amount of buying power. So on paper, sure, it might say $60 million every year, but that money is buying us less and less school, less and less.
Thank you, Board Member Simmons.
Goes on. I get an answer. My question was, how is this part of the EdSpecs vision that was laid out at the beginning of the year? And if I could get more information about the power lines, which I did ask about, but I'm just confused what the broader strategy is. Because I also know there's folks at South High School who, when we did their renovation, there was supposed to be a broader vision for the athletic fields. And I wasn't on the board at the time, so I don't quite understand what that was. But, if you go to the folks at South, they will definitely tell you that their athletic picture is not complete. And so I'm just not sure how we're deciding to make the investments in the district.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? If not,
is there anyone available here to give an answer to that question about how this fits in with the educational specifications?
Brandon, what we'll say is that we have been renovating athletic fields as part of the levy that said that when we put that mill together, that we will upgrade our facilities. For Eastmoor Academy, right now, it will be closed because it is a danger. We cannot allow Eastmoor Academy students to basically go to Afrocentric for the next 6 or 7 years while we decide what we're going to do. We are going to be looking at the specifications, and even as we talked about it, if we're going to build a new building, that new building will not happen till 2030. And so we can't sit. This is what we told our constituents that we would do. So if you don't agree, then you can always vote no.
Is there a broader plan for the site, or is this just a one-off ad hoc project?
I don't understand what you mean, a broader plan.
When we talked earlier, you said it was really important, and the beginning of the year, board leadership said it was really important that we
It is important, and that's what
for the facility.
we are going to continue to do. That's why we have Patrick Katzenmeyer's committee. And here's what I've learned in my 7 months on the board. This is a very complex district. Time goes by very fast. We are working as hard as we can to get to that plan. We have committees that are working on that. We will be doing community engagement. We cannot drop things on a dime. And in fact, I know you want a new building, but we don't even know where that new building will be. So no, we don't have any. We are going to be working on that. That is our commitment, and we are making progress. It might be slower than what we like, but we are making progress to that. We have a lot of other things that we have to be able to deal with. So if you don't have any other questions, Mr. Katzenmeyer?
I feel like we should be raising up 19.4 and that this is the start of, what we had a number of people speaking in public comment at the beginning. This will be the, pay for the design and new construction of the new bleachers at Eastmoor. I'm excited to be moving that forward. So, definitely supportive of this and appreciate you guys coming in and talking about it.
Thank you. All right, please call the roll.
Dr. Pierce?
With the exception of, wait a second, come back to me.
Mr. Katzenmeyer?
This is for everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Simmons?
Yes, with the exception of items 19.3, 19.4, 20.2, and 24.4, for which I vote no on.
Ms. Adair? Yes. Dr. Kennedy?
With the exception of 16.4, 16.5, 16.6, 16.7, and 16.8, I vote no.
Thank you. Vice President Ingalls? Yes. Dr. Pierce?
With the exception of 24.3, which I vote no, yes to everything else.
Thank you. Board President Dr. Miranda?
Yes.
Motion carried.
We are going to consider other legislation. Our other legislation consists of item 27.1. Is there a motion to accept the other legislation item?
To accept.
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Pierce and Mr. Simmons. Is there a discussion? If not, please call the roll.
Mr. Katzenmayer,
Yes.
Mr. Simmons,
Yes.
Ms. Adair, Dr. Kennedy,
Yes.
Vice President Ingles,
Yes.
Dr. Pierce,
Yes.
President Dr. Miranda.
Abstain.
Motion carried.
Okay. The chair now recognizes Board Member Sarah Ingles for a motion.
I motion that the Board of Education move into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation or charges or complaints against the public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual, unless the public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requests a public hearing, and G4, preparing for, conducting, or reviewing negotiations or bargaining session with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment.
Second, and discussion?
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. I had one question and a comment. Will we have the opportunity in executive session to meet with all of our direct reports tonight? I think at times when we don't have the right experts
will be
in
there.
the room. Okay, thank you. And my second, it's a comment. I think it's really important, colleagues, that before we make the decision to leave executive session, we really try and do the work to reach a consensus about what we're going to do after, because if not, I think we've seen the result tonight.
Okay. We have a second. Please call the roll.
Mr. Simmons,
Yes.
Ms. Adair,
Yes.
Dr. Kennedy,
Yes.
Vice President Ingles,
Yes.
Dr. Pierce,
Yes.
Mr. Katzenmayer,
Yes.
President Dr. Miranda.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Please note that the board will adjourn following our executive session this evening and will not be reconvening in this room.